It is time that we break the Matrix. Ladies and gentlemen, there I said it. Now that it's been said, you all know that I've had plans to break the Matrix for quite some time. And now it is time to finally act on those plans. 10 years we've been planning for this moment. Congratulate yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because now things are finally coming into order that simply can only come into order with time. You see, that's a law of the universe, is that some things just simply take time in order to happen. And right now, we are at that point, we are at that juncture. We have successfully reached the point where it is completely possible for us to break free from the matrix, and it's only made possible because of you. I want everybody to know that. So the secret to breaking free from the matrix, as far as my estimation goes, is that what we need to do, we need to break out of our zip code, area code jail cells. Everybody has a area code jail cell, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically the place that you live, the place that you're stuck. Because many of you probably own a house. Maybe your payments are stuck with, trying to pay for some sort of car, or even a car, because your car really can't go that far, and a car needs to have maintenance. And a car, so when I say zip code, area code, jail cell, I mean exactly that. So what I suggest, a humble suggestion to everybody who's watching this, is we need to all have establish some sort of peer to peer sort of agreement with as many people as we could sort of come up with, who all vibe with this idea. Now, if you vibe with this idea, then you're welcome to come along, because we need as many people who are going to come along for the ride. And people who have dedication will be served by the network, and early adopters will realize the potential worth. And I'm not asking for money here. I'm just saying that we need to break it. We need to find some way to get property on different areas that people can travel to, and we need to create an infrastructure for people to travel to those places. It's very simple, and we need to be able to basically, like, if I own a house, right, I need to basically make it so that people could come stay at my house. But then people who, like, I don't know, I mean, we have to have cool people. There can't be arguments, that kind of thing. But you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, like, sort of like an app, even like an app, like a business type model, but with good intentions. And I don't know why there aren't more things like that. And I hope people take this idea very seriously. Um, you know, I mean, because, like, you think about it, and you're limited by the grocery store, you're limited by the economy of your local area, or you're limited by the structure, or your boss, or all these different pointless things you probably don't really like. And you know what I'm trying to say here? It's basically this. It's like, the life that you buy ends up owning you. You end up selling out when you buy in. They trick you into thinking that you're buying in, but in reality, you're selling out. So this will be pre-recorded, so anybody who wants to watch this could watch it on Odyssey. But it's you think about it, and it's very it's actually something that humanity should have thought about a long time ago, because at a certain point we got the technology, and we got the technology that was all we needed to basically make it so that people wouldn't have to be homeless anymore. But I think that a problem that a lot of these other places made, a lot, when these different communities, like these self-sustaining, like communes, or whatever you want to call it, or like whatever, a reservation or what have you, or even just like like hippie communes and crap like that, anything. You think about those different experiments, if you want to call them that, like these different communities that try to be like break off civilizations. Their issue is that they go and they think that they're just going to go out into the woods somewhere, and then that's going to solve it. But the real issue is that they're stuck in that area code too. They don't have transportation. They're not using the most cutting edge technology. What we need to do is we need to take that sort of like Terrence McKenna go to the rainforest sort of philosophy, and find everybody around the world who has that same feeling, who wants to get out of the cities and stuff like that. And even like it's just a small thing that we could do. But like I would certainly pay $30 a month or $30 a year or whatever. I would pay any amount of money like per month, just like a little subscription, like the same amount of money you pay to Netflix or whatever, even like something like that, or just one thing like that. And if we all paid $5 a month into just a bunch of properties that are owned, and then we'll just make it so that like just so that those places are there, and it's almost like a timeshare. I don't know. I mean, I know timeshares have this. I'm not pitching a timeshare. I don't have an idea for this yet. Like it's not all, but it's just a philosophy, honestly. It's just like something that nobody seems to have thought of. I mean, maybe timeshares are kind of onto that, but I'm talking about like free land, freeing that most of the land on planet Earth is wasted by graveyards and golf courses. I don't know if any of you knew that most of the land on Earth, that's disgusting. And most of the land is on Earth is literally just sitting there, not being used. Not like there aren't families having a picnic. There aren't families like having a picnic, or they're not like all these other things. Uh, what have you. It's like I don't know, man. It's one of those things, bro. You gotta. It's like we're all screwed if we're stuck where we are. Like we're all gonna be freaking just taken advantage of by whatever thing happens in our local area code, and there's really no way to get around that. If you're gonna be, because you're subjected to the will of basically, because you're stuck because you can't leave your city, or you can't drive so far away from your house. Like it's impossible. You can't just drive away from your house. You can only drive a couple miles away from your house, and then the gas and all these different things. But if you and everybody else who owned a car all put your pooled your money together, and then that sort of thing was able to universally applied. If everybody who felt like they wanted to go on vacation, instead of going on vacation, you could literally pool your money with other people who went on vacation, who would be going on vacation, and you could all own a spot. I mean, that mentality that's all I'm trying to communicate here, is that like the fact that you're limited by where you are, and think about that, because you might not have thought about that before. And the fact that you're limited by this, like you want to go put on this facade that you travel, or you want people to believe that you go around the world and stuff like that. But in reality, you're not part of a secret club. You're not part of like an adventure club, or I remember South Park, the Adventure Club, or the Super Adventure Club. I forget which one was the bad one, but you get the idea. People need to come back to that mentality. Like it's not like you join some organization, like some sort of like you go to a bar, right? You go to the same bar every week or whatever. After work, you go to the same bar in your local area code, zip code, jail cell. You go to that one bar, and you're not a member at that bar. You're buying drinks there, and you're tipping the bartender, but it's not getting you network rewards. You need to have the bar should be giving you some sort of credibility outside of just like being friends with the bartender. You know what I mean? And then like the money that you spend on those drinks and stuff like that could easily be going towards the ownership of property worldwide. You could be on a beach somewhere. I used to always get frustrated when I was a kid, because my family, bless their souls, would go on this vacation to the beach every single year, and we'd bring like the whole family, and we'd all spend a ton of money when we went up there. And I thought about it. It occurred to me at one point that like we're going to this arcade and we're spending like hundreds of dollars. It's good memories as like a family and stuff. We're going on the roller coaster or whatever. But honestly, if we had just not gone on those trips, then we'd own that hotel. We could have not gone on those trips, and we'd all own houses a couple times over. And you make a fortune in your working life. You make a fortune in your day-to-day work. I mean, or when you work your entire life, you make a fortune. It doesn't matter if you have a college education or whatever you're doing. If you're going to work, you make a fortune. And it's not like I mean, man, it certainly is a racket, because everybody's just caught up in this facade that they want to go drive to the beach. You ever get the impression when you look at somebody's Snapchat story that they just went to the beach so that they could take a picture there? Or even like they might go on an expensive vacation, but it's like, yeah, you wouldn't go on that trip without taking mad pictures. Like you wouldn't go on a trip and then not post anything about it, and then without the express intention of doing so. Like it would be that's the biggest issue about it. That's the hypocrisy, really. That's the hypocrisy at the back end of it. It's like the ugly truth of the pseudo vacation, like the fake smiles that people put on in those Instagram photos and stuff like that. It's definitely something that needs to be really, really looked into. And those people who you see with those fake expressions and stuff like that, and the demeanor of people who are basically like desperate to convince you that they're having fun. That's dangerous, man. Those people really care what you think, to the point where they'll probably try to change what you think if you oppose them. I think. I mean, not to be too uh, expressive with that declarative statement there, but I think those people are dangerous. I think those people are freaking whack jobs. Honestly, the most unhinged people I know have Instagram accounts, and look at their Instagram account, bro. Instagram is honestly like the least healthy social media I could ever think about. I think out of, if you listed all the social media, I have personally my own experience with Instagram. I'm sure some people like it, but I try to like Instagram. I like all social media platforms, but Instagram just is the one that gets me like depressed. I don't know what it is. Like, you know, you you think about it. It's like you go on Instagram and everything on there is fake. Like it's wicked easy to buy the freaking followers and all that crap, and all the engagement is totally forced. It's like, and everybody on there is this fucking verified celebrity who's like getting their shit pushed to the masses because it's got some brand associated with it and stuff. It's really, really toxic social media. And it's a lot of like any platform that has like people dressed up in like bikinis, like trying to fucking sell you products and shit. Is downright freaking horrible in my estimation of the world. The way that I'm sorry, but the way that I grew up to understand the world was totally different than that. I don't know. I was raised better than that, I guess. Well, the freaking link didn't share, which sucks. See, that's what sucks about TikTok, bro. Like, you can't like just post whatever you want on there. Like, if I want to share a link to the live, TikTok has to like put the videos in review this entire live 12 minutes. I thought it was only going to be in review for like 1 minute, but so that's Buster Friendly's speech. It was supposed to be for everybody, but there just wasn't any possible way of sharing that. So this will have to do. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel, and don't listen to what celebrities tell you. I am Buster Friendly. XB in the chat.